Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer there celebrating alongside House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other congressional leaders after the passing of the Respect for Marriage Act. That bill is now headed to President Biden's desk, where he is most certainly expected to sign it. I want to bring in Ann Flaherty and Jay O'Brien on Capitol Hill for more on this. And how significant is this? So you heard Chuck Schumer there saying that this bill brings us closer to a more perfect union. Why is this so significant?
Well, you know, it's significant to Senator Schumer on a personal level. His daughter is married to her wife. He announced just minutes ago that they are expecting their child. And he says another child, this would be his third grandchild. And he says this is about providing legal certainty to the 700,000 same-sex households that have same-sex couples in them that weren't sure what would happen if the Supreme Court had overturned its ruling on Obergefell. That would have been a jolt to all of these households, not knowing whether or not their unions would be recognized if they moved. So, you know, I think a very significant moment for these families to know that even if they were to move to a different state that didn't recognize same-sex marriage, that union would have to be recognized. It would have a federal right, a federal recognition that their union is legal.
Now, Jay, this bill passed with bipartisan support, but that took some compromise along the way. So what's in this final bill? What exactly does it do?
Yeah, and it took some compromise, particularly in the Senate, for religious liberty protections. Ann was talking about that a little bit earlier today. That was a deal that was struck to get that 60-vote threshold that you need in the Senate. You need 60 votes to pass anything in the Senate, so Democrats needed, of course, 10 Republicans to join with them here. But it also had bipartisan support, by the way, when it passed the House in July and then passed again today from Republicans. I can tell you that, but what we're hearing primarily is the celebration from Democrats. You can hear the cheers from that event that you just took. That's a few feet from us here. We heard from Nancy Pelosi, who called this an emotional day. Chuck Schumer, who said it's a chance to send a message to Americans everywhere. What this legislation does is it doesn't necessarily codify Obergefell v. Hodges, which is that Supreme Court decision that gives the constitutional right to same-sex marriage, nor does it codify interracial marriage into federal law, but it attempts to do that by having states recognize under federal law same-sex marriages that originate in other states. And what you hear from lawmakers and those who supported this legislation is that is the way that they believe is best and the easiest way to, in current legislative setting, codify same-sex marriage into federal law. There are those who wanted this legislation to go further, but there are a lot that are extremely happy today, calling this historic, Diane.
So if your marriage was recognized legally in the state where you got married, it is now recognized federally. Jay O'Brien and Flaherty, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.